Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Ma'am,
I didn't do anything, sir.
if you make me fight my grandma, I swear to God.
65-year-old Hamel gets pulled over for a busted taillight, but decides to complicate the situation by giving an attitude to officers who stopped her. But some criminals take it a step further than her, like 80-year-old Virginia, who kicked a disabled man just because she didn't like his service dog, or 76-year-old Cheryl, who fled from a hit-and-run with a man hanging off the hood of her car. But first, let's start with the case of Hamel, who thinks her stubbornness will help her out of a ticket. Case 1. Hamel. A 65-year-old Oklahoma resident, Hamel, dives headfirst into a string of bad decisions the moment she gets pulled over for a busted taillight. She in turn resists the charge, thinking she can get her way through a hefty dose of stubbornness. But unbeknownst to her, she is in for a reality check.
So what's going on with your truck?
It's been hit, and we're waiting to see if I can't find a bed for it, a short bed. It's drivable.
Yeah, but it's not legal because you got a busted taillight. You got your driver's license and insurance on you?
I've driven it up here ever since it's been like this.
How long ago has it been like that?
Probably about 6 months.
As the cop approaches the elderly driver, you can tell this woman knows she's in hot water. The cop informs her about the busted taillight and asks for ID. The woman, identified as Hamel, seems nonchalant while mentioning that it's been like that for 6 months, which clearly shows her disregard for other people's safety. The officer, thinking she's just a sweet old lady, is in for a surprise.
Okay. Well, I did issue for a defective equipment. It's $80. You have till September 16th to take care of this. Get you to sign there with the Exodus.
So you don't even give a warning for this?
You've been driving around for 6 months like that.
I'm truthful.
Well, I'm not going to give you a warning for something you've been driving for 6 months.
But you've seen me in here. You've seen me in
No,
town.
I haven't.
You've had to if I've been up here.
Nope. Either way, I'm issuing you a citation. Sign there, please.
Well, I don't want to sign it because I don't want to do $80.
You don't want to sign it?
No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80 for something that is fixable.
The officer returns with her paperwork, informing her that she'll need to pay an $80 fine, but that is when her mask falls off. Hamel drops the nice act and demands a warning instead. Little does she know, honesty won't get her out of the ticket, and neither will her age, leaving the officer with a difficult decision to make.
All right.
That's all you want to do.
Go ahead and step out of the car.
Why?
Because you're under arrest. Step out. Step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm not.
Step out.
No.
Step out. I'm giving you a lawful order. Step out.
You be fair with me and I'll be fair with you.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
I'm placing you under arrest. Step
you
out.
are full of because you're not placing me under no arrest.
Step out.
No, I'm not.
Clearly done with her stubborn responses, the officer demands that she step out of the vehicle for an arrest, but she acts like he's invisible. On top of bad-mouthing him, she rolls up the windows and locks the doors, refusing to budge. If she thought an $80 ticket was bad news, this old lady is in for a nasty surprise.
No, I am
305,
not.
303. Do not take off.
Shut up and give me that and I'll sign it.
Step out.
No.
We're beyond that.
Do you want me
Step
to-
out. Pulling into the DEP oil facility. See your hands!
With the officer's patience running thin, he asks for backup. Realizing what she's up against, Hamel briefly comes to her senses and demands the ticket, but it only lasts a minute. When the officer stands his ground and demands that she come out, she floors it, forcing the officer to chase after her. What the officer does next is anyone's guess.
Get out of the car! 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 Get out of the car!
You better leave me.
Put your hands behind your
Leave
back!
me alone.
Put your hands behind your back!
No.
Now!
I said leave me alone. I mean it. Leave me alone.
As he catches up to her, Hamel bluntly refuses to get out of the car. Left with no other option, the officer drags her out and tosses her onto the road, hoping she'll finally calm down. But instead of acting her age, she kicks him hard, crossing the line. That's when the officer decides he's had enough. He tases the old woman, giving her a much-needed moment to cool off so he can wrap up this ridiculous temper tantrum.
305 dispatch. Go ahead and start EMS. Taser deployed. One female custody.
Clear.
Why didn't you just sign the damn ticket? Help me get her up. There we go.
Cute.
Go ahead and have a seat. I'll turn the air on, let you cool down.
The cop, stunned that he had just tased an old woman, calls EMS. While waiting, he calmly tells Hamel that she should have just signed the papers. But if this old lady has taught us anything, it is that age does not guarantee wisdom. With the help of some bystanders, the officer helps her up and gets her to the car to make her comfortable. But she is far from off the hook. Given her choices, she'll be lucky if she ends up with just one charge on her record. Whether you're a grandma or a teenager, age is just a number when it comes to getting into trouble. This could not be more true for a 76-year-old woman in Baltimore. Case 2. On January 10th, 2022, Officer Schmidt and Corporal Brennan arrived at North Alter Street to make an arrest on the charges of disturbance with a knife, not realizing those would be the least of the charges they'd be handing out.
Yes.
Hi. Here.
Yes.
Is under arrest
For what?
for disorderly conduct. She can either come with me tonight. Well, she's got to come with me tonight. She's here. I know she's here. So I don't want to make this a bigger thing than it is, but her behavior was out.
When Officer Schmidt knocks on the door, he is greeted by an elderly woman. He calmly inquires if the alleged troublemaker is home, assuring her he just wants to make an arrest for disorderly conduct without any fuss. But the officer, expecting a smooth, drama-free arrest, is about to get the surprise of his life.
Close the door,
Do not.
Grandma!
Stop.
Sir!
Tim, start me some more units here, please.
You gonna open my door? You gonna close the door?
Stop!
You gonna take
Get
me?
back!
You better not
You are
tase
under
that
arrest.
76
You are
year old
lawfully on.
grandma.
I don't want to tase anyone. Stop it!
Grandma, tase me? No, he ain't gonna tase you.
I don't want to. I told you I came here peacefully and calmly.
What did you even come
I came here by myself, peacefully and
Why are
calmly.
you
I
here,
don't.
sir?
You're under arrest.
For what?
Disorderly conduct.
Where?
Back at the other house we were just at.
What's the address of the other house?
It doesn't matter what the address was. You were disorderly there.
So you follow me like I said?
I know where you are and where you live.
You follow me
Yes.
like I said you was going to do?
Yes.
Stop off.
I'm 10-4.
Harry.
The moment the granddaughter, the alleged perpetrator, spots the officer, she goes all out, desperate to avoid the cuffs. Anticipating resistance, the officer readies his taser, but chaos erupts when the granddaughter shoves the old woman at him. For now, the grandma appears to be just a confused elderly woman trying to de-escalate the tension, but she is on the verge of making a mistake that could have serious consequences.
No. Stop. Move your hand.
Get away now! Back up! Get back! My foot is stuck in the door. You're both gonna get locked up. Get back! My foot is in the door, you idiot!
Move it then. Move, Grandma.
Get back!
Let the man. Let him get it.
Just as the officer believes he's persuaded the grandma not to get in the way of the arrest, the two women slam the door, catching his foot. The shocked officer calls for them to back up, but their defiance shows that force might be the only language they understand. Now he's facing a real pickle. Yank his foot out and risk losing the perps, or keep it planted until they surrender.
Call your mother.
Get back!
Come on.
Get back! Get back!
Sir, please don't hit her here. Here.
Come here now! Come here! Now! Take your hand out from your pocket!
Oh, no.
With no backup in sight and agony shooting through his foot, the officer is in quite a predicament. He intently listens to the chaos inside, patiently waiting for the right moment. As soon as he detects a moment of distraction between the two women, he pounces. With all his strength, he shoves the door, pepper spraying the women, putting them down for a fraction of a second, giving him just enough time to think of an effective strategy, and fast.
You gonna come in my house and drag me?
Come out! Be easy with her. Easy.
I didn't do nothing.
Easy.
Now, what's going on, man? You're okay. Just bend over.
And I can't deal with it.
We're just trying to figure out. I'm at the house now.
The officer's backup arrives just in time to manhandle the older woman and shove her to the ground. The old woman, clearly unable to do anything further, gives in to the arrest. Now it leaves the officers to deal with the stubborn granddaughter, who realizes just how much she messed up.
Get your hands behind your back. Get out the house now. Put your hands behind your back. Interlink your fingers. Interlock your fingers now. Do you understand basic English? Interlock your fingers now.
Please. I ain't do nothing. It's okay. Call your mother. Call your mother.
The sight of the weeping child, terrified of the chaos, while this woman, a mother no less, continues to stir up trouble, is truly despicable. However, she seems unfazed and simply asks the child to make a call and willingly goes with the officer, a move that, if made earlier, could have spared them both a lot of trouble.
Bring your feet away.
Come here. Come here. Come in. Come here. Come here. Come outside. She's trying to take care of the stuff with the kids, so I'm going to let her do that.
Do what?
She's trying to take care of the stuff with the kids.
Do it.
She is.
Oh, you are.
So I'm going to let her do that before I put her in the car. You want to hide her behind this car so her neighbors aren't staring at her? All right.
The officer feels for the kid, but can't help but shake his head at the craziness. The grandmother, however, looks more concerned about her granddaughter's kids than their mother. And so the officer lets her do her deed of the day. However, it doesn't let her escape the arrest. The 76-year-old is in for a rude awakening, facing charges of disrupting a lawful arrest and assaulting a police officer. But if you thought this case was bad, wait until you see Cheryl. Case 3. Cheryl. On September 30th, 2023, in the heart of Palm Coast, a hit and run shocked the officers to the core. The dispatch identifies the woman as 76-year-old Cheryl, driving a silver Ford SUV. With a minor crash turned into a high-speed chase, one man finds himself clinging for dear life to Cheryl's hood, with speeds hitting 50 mph. As the police arrive, they are met with a challenging situation, to say the least.
So she's in the second lane over. I guess she changed her mind what she was doing, came over and hit our car.
Yep.
Okay, so we pulled up a little so she wouldn't continue. She went totally around us, turned on Belterra, stopped over here at the... And then she stopped there and took off, and my husband told her don't leave, and she did. She says, I know my car. I said, you got an accident, you got damage right here. Yeah. I know my car.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was on the hood.
So your husband just like jumped on the hood to get her to stop or something?
Yeah, and she just kept driving away. I don't know, but I couldn't find my husband. And then the girl told me he's on the front of the car.
The officer takes the victim's wife's statement. Agitated, the woman spills every detail about the incident, how Cheryl made an illegal left turn, hit their car, and then sped off despite being asked to stay. With a touch of dark humor, she recounts how she lost sight of her husband, only to be told he was last seen on the hood of the getaway car.
Okay. What happened? Come here, you're in the air, pal. You're in the air, pal, man. Come on out. Come on. Shake your leg off. Do me shake your leg. Shake it good. You're all in the air, Jinky. No.
I just got out of... you can't talk to him. He won't let me talk.
Well, I'm listening to you.
He hit me lightly. And then he said, you better pull over. He got out of his car.
He hit you with his car?
He hit me. Look at my car.
Was he walking or he's in his own car?
He's in his own car. And then he went like this. He says, now I'm going to tell them.
As the officer arrives at the scene where the getaway car is parked, Cheryl immediately goes on offense, blaming everything from the ants to the car to the man she hit, claiming that she was hit first. However, the officer is clearly suspicious and inspects the damage, which tells a completely different story.
So what happened over there then?
Well, I was in the lane going straight toward US 1.
Okay.
She was in the lane beside me over here, and it's a straight lane, and she turned, hit the front end of my truck, and then she started hauling butt. Where the McBee's is at right there. And so I pulled in front of her and stopped her, and she wouldn't stop. She kept trying to get away. So I got in front of her, and she tried to run me over, so I got it. When she took off, I got on the hood. And then this guy, he pulled up, he's seen her, and he was chasing us down the road. He finally got her to pull over. She was speeding down this ridge.
Another officer is taking the victim's statement, who appears to be understandably rattled. He explains that he ended up on that hood because Cheryl refused to wait for the police, and how another man helped stop her car, aligning perfectly with his wife's statement. With these two conflicting stories, the officers find themselves in quite a pickle.
Oh, I got ants all over me.
Come here. Knock your PJs off there. Here, shoulder.
Oh, I can't.
Let's worry about the ants.
I just got out of the hospital, and now I got to go through this. Okay.
All right.
He said I tried to make a left turn.
Where was this left turn at?
On the Belterre Cypress. Let me show you something. I was going to the gas station. Oh, if you got water or something I could throw on my legs?
Yeah.
Back to Cheryl, who's rambling on, putting the officer's patience to the test. Yet he maintains a friendly demeanor. The suspect tries her best to dodge every question, spinning around in circles. But as the officer goes back to get some water for Cheryl, she does the unthinkable.
I'm gonna get her. She's starting the car back up. She's got.
That I got ants all over
I put her in the
me.
car. She stepped in the ants. Here, give me the keys. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Oh, out of his car, and he jumped in my hood, and he said, I'm telling him that you try to cut me off by making a turn. I got 0 miles to make. I was going to the gas station.
All right, so after the accident, what did he do after that?
I'm sorry?
After the accident, what did he do after that?
What accident? I took a left turn, and he jumped in my hood of my car.
Did his car hit your car?
His car hit my car.
Yeah, so there was an accident. No matter who was at fault, there was an accident.
Well, I wanted to get out of the traffic. And he jumped on the hood of my car. Yes, because...
But why did you make it from here all the way to there with him on the hood of the car? Why didn't you just pull over?
He wouldn't get off the car. He says, well, now you're going to get sued because you're gonna hurt me. I'm going to hurt him.
The moment the officer turns around, Cheryl starts the car and attempts to drive off. But all she succeeds in doing is digging herself deeper into trouble. Despite her attempts to evade, the officer persists in his questioning, astounded at how many excuses she has come up with for her behavior. The officers, releasing her clearly in the wrong, have to make a tough decision.
I'm sorry, just face the car for me. You see his hand? So right now you're being placed under arrest for leaving the scene of an accident and aggravated battery.
Aggravated battery on
for driving with that man on the hood of your car.
He jumped on the hood of the car.
Cheryl finds herself in handcuffs, charged with fleeing the scene of the crime and aggravated battery, something that shocked her, given that she literally had a man on the hood of her car while going 60 miles an hour. She was taken to the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility and was released the next day on a $20,000 bond. But her freedom was short-lived, as she was arrested again on an unrelated battery charge. Cheryl is nothing compared to Virginia, though, who assaulted a disabled man with a service dog. Case 4, Virginia. 80-year-old Virginia Wargo got into an altercation with a disabled man just because she refused to accept the service dog he had with him. One thing led to another, and the situation escalated, with Virginia proceeding to physically assault him. He, in turn, rightfully called the cops, and the police arrived to confront her.
You know, I could tell there was something off, all right?
Yeah.
I don't normally let anybody touch my dog. But look, you know, that's in hospice right now, man.
Yeah.
She's old, and somebody should give her a break. Kindness is like it's a newbie, okay?
Yep.
And usually I don't wear a coat. I have a service dog leash, but you know, this is pretty convenient. You know, I mean, I got to shop, I got to push a cart. I don't want to hold a leash, and, you know, so I'm bothered with her. Then she keeps pounding on me from my bed.
Yeah.
Just because I can.
Yeah.
You can too.
Yeah.
But you're...
The witness explains his side of the story, and one can't help but feel bad for the victim. Not only is he already at a disadvantage in life by being disabled, but he also has to deal with unruly women like these. The cop will now confront the woman, but he's not ready for the attitude she's about to bring to the table.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
So the asshole really did call you, huh?
Yes.
Good.
What's going on?
Dog jumped on me. Afterwards, I kicked him in the
You kicked
okay?
You kicked
So
who?
what would you like to discuss?
What's the story?
What's the story? I asked the man why he had the dog in here. It's a service dog. Where's this jockey? Where's this proof? I don't have to show you. The law says I don't have to. I said, well, we'll go up to the desk then. I don't have to show them either. I said, because he's not a service dog. And And then the dog jumped on me. So I turned around and I kicked him.
The entitlement rolling off of this old lady is staggering as she proudly doubles down on her crime, admitting to the cop that she did assault the man. No matter what justification she provides, there is no excuse for what she's done, and that will become very clear to her shortly.
He presented this thing. I don't do this. I don't sow this to people. But here's this thing. I said, shove it up your rear.
Well, he doesn't have to. Number one, you don't work here. It's not your right to be asking around.
It's not my right?
No, it's not.
Oh, well, here.
I don't need your debit card. I need your ID.
Why not? You're going to give me a ticket.
As a matter of fact, you are going to jail.
Oh!
It's exactly as the witness stated. Virginia does have a knack for running her mouth nonstop. While it may have been excused before in her 80 years of life, she's not going to run around without facing consequences today.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Give me.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Oh, wait. Can I put my wallet away?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Glad you guys have nothing better to do.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, you
How old are you?
I'm 80.
You're 80, acting like a 14-year-old.
Well, you're like a nice kid.
Any weapons on you?
Yeah, my mouth.
I can see that.
You're just leaving that in the middle of the street? This is the biggest joke I've ever seen.
For one thing.
What?
Her mouth truly is a weapon, and she's now arrested because of using it the wrong way. The audacity that she continues to display is unbelievable, but choosing to bicker against the cop who is taking you into custody is not a good idea at all.
Walk over to my car.
Oh, no, it's not your car. It's my car. I pay taxes.
I pay taxes as well. Probably pay more taxes than you.
I doubt it. Why do I not have a right to question a person when the law says you can't have animals in supermarkets and stores? Tell me.
Service animals are exempt, and you're not allowed to.
I asked him if there was
You're
a
not allowed
service
to ask.
Why?
Because you're not allowed to. It's protected. It's people with disabilities. You didn't know that?
Because it's in his head. That's where his disability is.
Still doesn't have the right to make you kick someone.
Dog didn't have the right to jump on me, did he? Service animals don't jump on
You
people.
instigated the whole thing.
Dog jumped on me before I kicked him in the ass. Where's your dog? I expected you to show up with the dog.
On top of being physically abusive, Virginia proves that she's a lost cause by being verbally insulting towards both the officer and the man she assaulted. She claims the dog jumped on her, but that is later revealed to be a lie. Although she's ended up at the back of the police car, Virginia still is spewing nonsense.
Let's say he did jump on.
It still doesn't give her the right.
Well, let me tell you something else.
She kick you? Right on the
Right
butt?
there. Literally, right there in the tailbone. So
she's
she's
80.
got 2 felonies. I don't care if she's 80.
Yeah.
I didn't touch her.
No, I know.
I didn't touch her. Now, had she whacked the dog,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I would have walked away without the damn thing.
He's mainly my dog. You guys come back here. Yeah.
I guess this car don't have air conditioning, huh?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I'm not back here.
Oh, what I can do for you, lower the window. Get some fresh air.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
I'm sure you were afraid I would try to get out and had open.
Yep. I'm terrified.
Goes around, comes around, and both him and his dog are going to suffer rotten lives.
Him and his dog?
Him and his dog.
Well, that's not nice.
I tell you what, everything they say about police brutality is pretty true.
Is it?
I really don't think that these handcuffs have to be this tight and this uncomfortable. Well, at least I made your day.
Actually, no, you ruined my day because we've been so busy and now I got to deal with you. Yep.
Better than going to an accident.
Well, now if people get into an accident now, they have nobody because I'm here.
You don't think this is a little ridiculous?
What is?
All this because I yelled at some some guy in the store and kicked him in the...
That's a crime.
Even the officer is taken aback, as Virginia wishes ill fates on the disabled man and the dog. The rest of the police ride is filled with her nonsensical rambling. But justice is served once they reach the police station, as she is charged with battery and disorderly conduct. On a wavelength similar to Virginia, Gleneden gives a tough time to the officers. Case 5, Gleneden. On March 1st, 2021, a routine traffic stop in Mundelein, Illinois, for a missed signal and busted headlight turned into a scene straight out of a drama. On closer inspection, the officer suspected that this might be a DUI. But the 80-year-old woman, identified as Gleneden, threw a tantrum that put the officers in a tough spot.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. What is going on?
Okay.
I can't see, like, all these people are, like, driving all over the lines, whatever.
Okay, I stopped you for a few things. When I was coming the other way, you had your high beams on at me.
Well, I do not have them on now. Sorry.
It's okay. I try to signal you by flashing mine.
But you were,
like
you were behind me.
Yeah, I turned around.
Oh.
I turned around.
Sorry.
And then right here at the light, you have to signal. You didn't signal till you after you stopped, and then you passed the line there. Are you? And then you hit this curve over here. Are you okay?
Yeah.
As the officer approaches the vehicle, Gleneden acts all surprised and innocent. The 8-year-old's slurred speech and confusion initially seem like old age. But as the officer tries to explain why he stopped her, he quickly realizes something more serious is at play.
Hello, were you able to find your insurance?
Well, I don't know. This is what I have, okay? I have insurance, okay?
Okay.
I have insurance. Yes, I do.
Okay, you don't have to get upset.
Yeah, I am upset because why are you stopping me?
I told you multiple times why I stopped you. How much have you had to drink today?
Not much.
Okay. I could smell the odor of alcoholic beverage coming from you.
Well, like a long time ago, I had like one drink. Did I have one drink? One drink like 3 hours ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Deciding on his approach, the officer returns to the vehicle, and the officer finds Gleneden in full rage mode. She admits to having a drink 3 hours ago, which confirms the officer's suspicions of a DUI, driving under the influence. While the officers want to wrap this up, Gleneden clearly has other plans.
Do a couple tests for you, okay?
Well, okay, because you know what? I'm 80 years old. Okay, so
I understand that.
You have to take that.
I do take that into consideration.
So what do you want to know? Whatever. I had one drink. Okay. One drink. And you know what? If those people serve one drink that's so strong, that's not my problem, okay?
Are you saying that one drink possibly caused you to be impaired?
One drink. From like, I went there like 3 o'clock.
Okay. That one drink you think possibly caused you to be impaired, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no.
Gleneden steps out, predicting she'll fail the sobriety tests due to her age. The officer asks her multiple questions, but her answers are nonsensical. She slips up repeatedly, admitting that her one drink might have impaired her. But this is only the first of many mistakes she's about to make.
See the tip of my finger?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So what I want you to do is, with your eyes and your eyes only, follow the tip of my finger without moving your head. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So for this test, I'm going to have you walk 9 heel-to-toe steps.
What?
I'm going to have you walk 9 heel-to-toe steps down a line in front of you.
I can't. I'm 80 years old. Okay. I can't even do that, okay?
Would you like to try?
I'm not impaired.
Okay.
Here I go.
Hold up. Stop.
There.
All right.
In front of your car, okay? Here.
Bam. All right, stop.
What?
Stop.
What do you want?
I'm trying to explain it, and if you can be patient,
I
can explain it, and then you can decide if you want to do it.
The sobriety tests are a complete disaster. She behaves like an erratic teenager, failing the eye test as well as refusing to perform the walk and turn test, all the while interrupting the patient officers. She thinks she can annoy the officers into letting her off the hook, but she's about to face a reality check.
No, you know, that would be just like the worst thing I could do.
It's your call. I'm letting you know flat out. I'm not trying to.
And then what else are you gonna do?
Based on what he said with your driving, the odor of
I am
alcohol,
an excellent driver. years old, you. What
You
the?
want a breath sample or not?
No.
Okay, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
On top of declining a breathalyzer, Gleneden repeatedly swears at the officers. Her stubbornness and defiance go against any logic. But now, the officer is done being nice. With no other choice, he puts the woman under arrest, not realizing that it wasn't going to be as easy as it seemed.
No, ma'am.
Don't kick me! Don't kick me!
Ma'am, you are being placed under arrest if you are. If you continue fighting, this will not...
Oh my God.
Don't! Stop resisting! Police! Stop! Hey, don't kick me!
Stop.
Push up against the car.
Come on.
You will be in so much trouble. You will be.
Come on. Do you need an ambulance? Ma'am, do you need an ambulance?
We have rescue responders.
One might assume that putting an 80-year-old in handcuffs would be a breeze, but Gleneden shatters that notion when she springs into action the moment the officer tries to put handcuffs on her. The officers, cautious about using too much force, try to calm the kicking, screaming woman. In her last-ditch effort to resist, she pretends to collapse, but that doesn't get her out of the hole she has dug for herself.
You got your flashlight.
Have rescue stepping out. Let's open your eyes.
nature.
She's good. She's breathing. She's got a pulse.
Unconscious subject, 10-4.
She's breathing.
Breathing unconscious, 10-4.
Ma'am, we've got an ambulance coming to check on you.
Don't call an ambulance on me.
Well, it's too late. We have to. You weren't breathing.
I
You were breathing.
was breathing.
The concerned officers call for medical assistance, but the woman seems less than thrilled about the idea of an ambulance. When backup arrives, the officers take a sigh of relief, but their relief is short-lived.
For what?
For DUI.
Oh.
Please put your hands behind your back. Please put your...
Stop resisting! Yeah, come over here.
Hey, I'm 80. How old are you?
Okay.
Can you think you can fight with me?
Okay. Do me a favor, put your hands behind your back, because we're gonna manually do it for you, and
You
it's
know
not
what?
gonna be good.
If you have to do this, you're gonna every.
Okay. Put your hands behind your back. You understand?
Hey! Stop it!
What are you doing?
Stop!
Fucking policeman for an 80-year-old woman, you pieces of shit.
Stop.
Just as the officers put her in handcuffs, she does the unthinkable. She unleashes her inner warrior, fighting her way through 6 officers, who somewhat succeed in calming her down. This behavior from an 80-year-old makes even the most rebellious teenagers look like saints. But even while the officer searches her, it seems that Gleneden still has plenty of fight left in her.
And what
Hey, listen, Alright, you have to come out. You sit up.
My name is not Geraldine.
Sit down. Just stay seated. That's all we're asking you. We're just asking you to stay seated. Sit down.
Somehow, the officers get her into the cop car. The kicking and whining continue all the way to the station. Gleneden seems to have exhausted herself, but that doesn't stop her from putting up one last fight. That still doesn't get her out of the multiple charges she faced, including aggravated battery to a police officer, DUI, driving under the influence, reckless driving, battery, and of course, resisting arrest. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.